This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. The theme of nature in poetry mainly focuses on ideas, situations, and images that deal with nature. A poet can use certain features of nature as inspiration. For instance, William Wordsworth wrote 3 poems using natural occurrences or objects to express different ideas. On the one hand, he acknowledges that he cannot explain his concepts about life in all 3 poems without reference to natural objects or events. On the other hand, he shows that a poet can use the theme differently. The paper compares and contrasts the use of the theme of nature in 3 poems written by William Wordsworth. Discussion. Despite the poet using natural objects or occurrences to express how life cannot exist without mentioning nature in all 3 poems, his usage of the concept is different. For instance, in A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, he shows how the state of humans can be expressed using natural objects. For instance, the poet uses a line that states, "No motion has she now, no force," in the second stanza. If one does not have any motion, one cannot possess force, which is a Newtonian physics principle. This occurs naturally or applies to beings or objects found on Earth. In the last line, with rocks and stones and trees, the poet tries to imply flatness or a sense of anticlimax. The theme is expressed by using items that mostly have no life, and the speaker likens that to his situation. In the first stanza, the words earth and earthly are used. In the last 2 lines, the poet expresses the girl's life as extinguished by suggesting that she could not experience the touch of earthly years. The same sentiment is shown in the second stanza when the poet states, "Rolled round in earth's diurnal course." Diurnal is at home amongst the world of nature and living beings that live among stones, trees, and rocks. Similarly to the girl's absence of motion reflecting the speaker's gentle slumber, the poet implies that death is not a peaceful sleep and that the world's diurnal suggests that the girl is back amongst nature. On the other hand, in My Heart Leaps Up When I Behold, the speaker uses a specific natural occurrence to emphasize appreciating nature. For instance, he mentions a rainbow, which is a rare and unanticipated gift from Mother Nature. Citing one can cause a feeling of comfort and exhilaration due to its rarity and beauty. Claiming that his heart leaps up stresses that people must appreciate various natural events. Humans are used to certain happenings in their lives, such as walking in the same streets or meeting people they know. It is usual for them to dismiss the rainbow as something common, which is why the poet uses the poem to rebuke that. In the poem, the speaker suggests that he is excited and feels comfortable with the sight of a rainbow and likens this to other natural events. For instance, he states that the situation was similar when he was born. When a child is born, he is slapped on the back to cause a pulse from his heart. This is the first time the baby experiences life outside the mother's womb. The speaker shows exhilaration after seeing the rainbow as if it is the first time. Even though it is something that can be seen multiple times in people's lives, it happens suddenly and unexpectedly. The speaker desires his appreciation for natural occurrences to be piety. He feels that this should happen since nature simultaneously offers wonders and comfort. Speaking about his past, present, and future life suggests the same excitement for seeing a rainbow. Nature assists in reminding him that regardless of the changes life brings, there exists something constant and more significant than him that needs to be appreciated. Lastly, in Mutability, the speaker expresses that it is essential for humans to accept the idea that all objects on Earth naturally get dismantled by the test of time. The speaker reminds the reader that significant buildings in human lives are no longer solid than frost on the grass. However, this does not imply that humans should live in fear of change. He suggests that those who accept changeability will discover that there is beauty in it. The argument is that despite change being a shocking and disturbing event, it is an integral part of the harmony of the world. In his assessment, the speaker of the poem shows that everything is subject to the end. He shows that it is natural that, with time, all objects become destroyed. The poem's first line is meant to show that regardless of size or status, nothing is spared, and he likens this to the melting of the frost on the grass. By focusing on the ending and not the beginning, the speaker creates images to remind the reader of death as an example of unavoidable change. Understanding and accepting change shows that one can entertain the idea of loss and sadness. Whereas change seems destructive and destabilizing, the speaker suggests that it is part of a harmonious order. By comparing the rhythms of the ending to the motion of notes on the scale, he implies that it is both melancholy and musical. It is part of the song the entire universe sings. He suggests that without it, instead of having music, life would be one boring note. When one accepts the concept of loss or death, one learns to embrace change. In the first poem, the theme of nature is expressed by showing how similar the state of a human's life can be to that of other natural objects. The second poem shows the theme by expressing the importance of rare and unexpected natural events that occur continuously. In the third poem, the theme of nature is expressed by showing how change is constant and vital to the music of life. Conclusion. The paper compares and contrasts the use of the theme of nature in 3 poems written by William Wordsworth. Although the poet uses natural objects and events in all 3 poems to show how life and nature coexist, his usage of the latter is dissimilar in each one. For instance, in A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, the theme is shown by expressing how similar states in a person's life can be to that of natural objects. In My Heart Leaps Up When I Behold, it is revealed by mentioning the importance of a rare and unexpected natural event such as a rainbow. In Mutability, the theme of nature has been shown by the expression that change is constant and vital to the music of life. Did you like the theme of nature in poems by William Wordsworth sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivpanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.